Excellent. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a presentation about e-estate. And in particular, this is an introduction for brand new people. It should be suitable for you to introduce new people to this particular presentation. I'm going to do this presentation every week at on Thursday at 8 o'clock UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it's midday Pacific time, 11 p.m. Dubai. So the times are all published in the e-estate Telegram groups, so you can keep track of when these presentations are happening. So bring you new people along. It will help you build your e-estate business. Hopefully, this presentation this evening will be suitable to be sent out as a video, and you can then share that video with people for exactly the same purpose. I'm going to try and keep it down to 30 minutes, but there is a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to talk fast. If I skip by something that you particularly want me to cover, then send questions in next week, and I'll spend a bit more time on it. But meanwhile, you can always stop the video and rewind and watch the bit that I skipped over fairly quickly. So I'm going to start off this presentation with a quick look at what I call a teaser video. And this is a video that's available to you in your back office under the knowledge, the knowledge hub, where you can get hold of this video and send it out to people, give them a flavor of what e-estates is all about. So let's have a watch and see what happens.
The future of real estate investment starts here. The real estate market is long overdue for change. High entry costs, low liquidity, bureaucracy, and hidden fees have made traditional property investment complex and inaccessible. E-estate is redefining the industry. Through EST, Estate Token, we enable seamless property ownership, investment, and income generation. Real assets are tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain, ensuring full transparency, security, and a stable source of income. Every asset undergoes AI-driven analysis, legal verification, and expert evaluation, guaranteeing capital protection. E-estate is not just a platform, it's the new standard in real estate investment. Benefits for buyers. Imagine having the flexibility to invest in real estate while earning consistent returns without the hassle of traditional ownership. With EST tokens, this vision is now a reality. For as little as $117, you can enter the digital real estate market and enjoy legally backed property ownership, blockchain-secured transactions for full transparency, lifetime passive income from rental profits, global access without geographic restrictions. Estate Token, a new era of real estate. We are revolutionizing traditional assets by transforming them into EST tokens. Each token is a digital representation of physical real estate, with its value tied to tangible assets. EST introduces an innovative two-phase income model. 1. The active phase, first 18 months. Enhanced daily returns of 0.41% to 1%, providing a powerful opportunity to accelerate your capital growth. 2. The passive phase. Lifetime earnings of 10% annually, paid out every 6 months. The more you invest, the higher your buyer status, unlocking premium properties and exclusive privileges. Digital real estate offers real financial growth without the limitations of the traditional market. Benefits for real estate agents. E-estate introduces a groundbreaking approach to the real estate business. Agents can earn commissions on transactions, build client networks, and generate passive income. How agents earn. Deal commission, instant commissions from every transaction across 8 levels. Profit commission, passive earnings from clients' rental properties across 5 levels. Agent bonus, additional rewards for sales milestones and career growth up to 10 levels. E-token, ETK, digital incentives for task completion and rank progression. Additional earning opportunities. Money wheel, spin for 100 ETK and win between $1 to $1,000 per spin. E-wallet, a secure, instant payout system for managing your funds. The future of digital real estate. Every transaction on eEstate is backed by legal contracts and blockchain-based smart contracts on the Binance Smart Chain, ensuring secure and tamper-proof deals. Strategically headquartered in Panama, eEstate operates in a tax-friendly jurisdiction, ensuring full legal compliance and zero taxation on international earnings. Join the digital real estate revolution and start earning today.
Okay. So there we go. Now, what I was going to start off by saying is that
in 2005, I left my job as a math teacher. It's because of.
Okay, I was going to start off by saying that there's two types of people in the audience tonight watching this presentation or watching this video, and that is people who have been or are already invested in real estate, who have a history of real estate and know a little bit about the industry, maybe even know a lot about the industry. So that's one group of people. The other group of people are people who are not knowledgeable about the real estate industry, but want to be. They've heard rumors that people, if they do it right, people can make a lot of money in real estate. So I'm going to try and cater to both of those types of people, both of those factions, if you like, of the audience. So bear with me if there's things that you know, if you feel like I'm trying to teach you how to suck eggs when you already know how to do that. I apologize, but I'm trying to cater for the needs of the wider audience. My history in in real estate is I got involved in real estate in 2006. And many of you know that that was exactly the wrong time to get involved, but I did anyway. And I've had my own property portfolio for the last 20 years. I also used to run a property sourcing company, and I also ran a company that would help distressed properties, take the distressed properties, salvage what I could for the owner, and put first-time buyers in there on a particularly good super tenant deal. So I've been doing that off and on for about 20 years or so. When I've got the opportunity to look at eEstate, I kind of knew what I was looking for, and I knew what I was looking at. The first real estate that was tokenized was tokenized about 10 years ago. So it's not new technology; it's old technology in terms of the crypto world. You know, something that happened more than about 2 years ago is old hat these days. And so something that happened 10 years ago is good, solid business, good, solid foundation. And that's the foundation we're building on. So the basic idea of real estate is that they find a property that they want to acquire, and they acquire it and turn it into tokens, the EST tokens, their own tokens. Of course, you can't convert it into Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like that because we have no control over those coins. As we tokenize it, then the value of those coins are going to change, and therefore, it would be disparate then with the property we're selling, the property of the tokens. So that the value of the property and the value of the tokens have got to match at all times. So that's why we have our own token, but it is readily convertible back into a number of other tokens, a number of other crypto coins, as and when you want to withdraw it. So my aim tonight is not to tell you everything about eEstate, because if I was going to do that, it would need more than 30 minutes. And you already have a good idea. If you were paying attention during that video, you already have a pretty good idea of what this is all about anyway. It's for the buyers to buy property and for agents to build a real estate business where they have clients and they also have property of their own. So every agent is also a buyer, but not necessarily is every buyer an agent, although if they're smart, they would be. So that's what we're talking about, is tokenized real estate. So I'm going to go through a couple of presentations that are available in the back office. And the first one is the buyer presentation. I'm going to go through it fairly quickly because, like I say, you've just seen it on the video. So eEstate is a next generation platform designed to make real estate investments accessible. So we have tokenized ownership. You don't need to buy the whole property. If all you can afford is $10, we have a property available. You can get into a share of that property for $10. Now, don't get me wrong, you're not going to make a lot of money off of $10, But if you make 10% a year, that's still going to be a lot better than putting your $10 in the bank. Okay, so if you make $1 a year, it's still better than the bank will give you. But typically, you want to be starting at a reasonable position and build on that position as you earn profits. And we'll see how we do that in a little while. The transactions are all powered on the blockchain, on the Binance blockchain. I'm ever so sorry, excuse me. On the Binance blockchain, which is one of the largest and most secure blockchains in the world. Typically in real estate, if you wanted to get involved in another market, say buy a property in Dubai or Australia or Canada or the UK, you would need to have not only a physical presence in those countries, but you would need to have infrastructure as well. And it would be very difficult. You'd need need to jump through all sorts of hoops in order to do that. Here, you just choose the property you want wherever it is in the world, and it's exactly the same. We let one of our business partners worry about the compliance with all the local regulations. You just buy the property exactly the same, doesn't matter where in the world it is, which is a great benefit. Okay, the core message at the heart of estates. We deliver innovative solutions that enable buyers worldwide to participate in tokenized ownership of a wide range of real estate. So we've got apartments, we've got houses, we've got villas, we've got land deals, we've got business and commercial premises and so on. Okay, so you can do that without getting involved in all of the what I call the all the noise of being a landlord. I've been a landlord for 20 years and it's really no fun anymore. The reason I'm getting out of that is because all the rules and regulations mean that it's absolutely no fun and there's not a lot of money to be had. I'll make far more money through e-estate than I will by having my own properties and owning my own properties. So that should give you a clue about where the real estate industry is heading, and this company is just ahead of the curve. And if you join them, you can be ahead of the curve as well. Okay, so there's low barriers to entry. There's a diversification of your portfolio very, very easily. There's security and there's global reach. So as a buyer, when you buy a certain level, up to a certain level of properties, then you're buyer level 1. And a buyer level 1, you have access to apartments, houses, villas, and so on, tourism, commercial. So all clients start at buyer level 1. I'm not going to go through the actual details there. You can rewind the video and watch it if you want to, or you can just register on eEstate and go in the back office and all this information is available for you. Level 2, you have access to business premises. Level 3, land plots. Level 4, development, brand new builds all over the world. Level 5, business development. So all of these areas, and as you go further and further up, you're required to invest more and more money, but then you get a greater return. So you shouldn't be worried too much about how much you're investing, as long as you can afford to invest that much, because you recoup your money typically in 6, 7, 8 months. Each deal is different. You're told the return on investment period before you actually push the button to buy. But you recover your money within a short period of time. Everything after that, during the active phase for the next up until 18 months, is great profit, and then you move into the passive phase, which is 10% yield per year. And I know many property owners who would love to have 10% yield per year. Typically, the industry, certainly in the UK, the industry is aiming at about 8%. If you're getting 8% yield per year, you're doing really well. And this is a standard yield every year of 10%. So again, that's a really good selling point, if you like. It's another reason why somebody serious in real estate should be looking into this very seriously. So there's different calculations you can do on, to see what you're going to earn per property, and I'm not going to go through that again. You can see the figures. You get a daily return Monday to Friday as a buyer, which means that within a year you receive this much back and so on. Well, daily returns, 5 days a week, which is 22 days a month, 132 days in 6 months, and 396 days in 18 months. So that's the daily returns. Then phase 2 is annual for life. So after 18 months, each investment transitions to a 10% yield, and the principal deposit is factored into the total return. So you receive your returns, you receive your investment back during that first 18 months. Okay, so don't look for a payout of your investment back again. That's what you get as part of that initial the active phase earnings. Okay, so there's our EST token. I've explained that a little bit. It's a smart contract, which you may or may not know. It's immutable. Once it's set up, it cannot be changed. It's got to run to completion. There's the company is regulated, and something that I liked is that for every single property you buy, you have to sign a contract, which means that you have legal ownership of that share of that property. There's nothing can be done to remove that share of that property from you. When that property is taken away from the e-estate portfolio in a few years' time, I don't know how long that will be, but at some point they will sell that on and buy something else. Okay, you will receive a payout as a result of that sale of that asset. The EST is an asset-backed token. Most cryptocurrencies and tokens are not backed by asset. There's a few that are gold backed and so on, but even Bitcoin, and many of you know I absolutely love Bitcoin, but it's not backed by anything. It's free floating in the marketplace, and it's worth whatever we agree it's worth. So if you want to buy some and I want to sell some, we can agree a price, and that's the value of it. But this is pegged to the physical value of the real estate that it's associated with. And I like that. I like that. It's nice that there's a little bit of certainty in an otherwise very uncertain world. And there's a buyer contract. I've already covered that. There's a bonus program. So there are certain things you do, and you'll be awarded some ETK. And ETK, when you've accumulated 100 ETK, you spin the money wheel and you can win up to $1,000 with one spin. Typically, I've been winning $1 or $2 at a time, and I accrued some ETK the other day. I got my wife to come and push the button for me, and she won big time. So I'm going to get her to do that for me every single time. And not only that, it was good fun. She enjoyed it, and it sort of brought us a little bit together because she doesn't always get involved in what I'm doing with online, the things I do online. So the partners of eEstate are Brandon Stevenson and Mike Hamilton. Mike Hamilton is the owner of, or the head of, Eli Property Company, and Brandon runs the Association Real Digital Realtors. And between them, they've set up eEstate. I'll cover a little bit more about the ARDA Association in a minute. Okay, so the three of them form eEstate. So those two companies support eEestates. That's how it works. Onboarding security, there's a registration verification, and you choose your investment level, you acquire tokens. So you can invest in this company or this platform in any one of many different cryptocurrencies. You might want to deposit in Bitcoin or USDT or Ethereum or Litecoin, or even Trump coin. Okay, so you can invest. It's not unlimited, but there are quite a number of different options. You choose that when you're making a deposit or buying a property. So there we have it. There's the security features. It's secure. It's compliant. The infrastructure behind the platform is encrypted, and it's secure, and so on and so forth. So there are registrations, there's compliance, and there's tokenized assets. So the risk factors are minimized. So take action, start investing, and get back to the person who introduced you, and to watch his video or to come into this presentation, and get back to that person and find out a little bit more. So I'm going to switch over now to so that's the end of the buyer presentation. I'm going to go over now to the agent presentation, because the agent is where a lot of us are going to have a lot of fun. And don't get me wrong, getting in just to buy the properties is great, but if you're going to buy the properties, why not make money on your own? Why not make extra money on your own properties? Why not become an agent before you become a buyer? And then when you buy your own properties, you as an agent receive some commissions. Okay, you also have the benefit of introducing other people. And when they purchase properties, then you can make some commission for the time and effort that you've spent helping them. Okay, so again, we go through what is digital real estate. So what is a digital real estate agent? So you connect the buyers to the tokenized properties, and in fact, you will be one of the buyers yourself. So we bring digital expertise, a flexible schedule, and unlimited earning potential. And there really is an unlimited earning potential because of that. I see it like a conveyor belt. You get involved in a property and you make some good money during the first 18 months of the active phase, and then you put it into a sort of the passive phase, which then earns you 10% yield per year forever. But before you get to that point, you've taken the profits you made during the active phase and you've reinvested. So you're constantly adding to this conveyor belt. You're constantly adding to your portfolio of properties that are producing 10% per year. Okay, so that's kind of how I see it. You can see it any way you like, but that's my game plan, is just keep adding to that portfolio of properties that are producing 10% yield per year. So you can become a licensed digital agent. Now, in order to become an agent, you need to subscribe. You need to sign up for a subscription of either $90 a year or $9 a month. So you need to pay that, and you apply online, and then you fill in, you complete a few tasks and sign a contract, and then you have access to the platform as an agent. So it's not an automatic thing. Just by registering on the site, you're not automatically an agent. You don't automatically get a referral link. You've got to go through jump through a few hoops. Very, very simple, but it does take a few minutes to get your registration done. But as soon as you do that, you have access to a certificate. And let me just show you a certificate. That's what a certificate of membership looks like, that you can show people and say, look, this is I'm a legitimate digital realtor. I'm registered and everything. Look at this, which means that you're covered by as long as you the advice you give is within the guidelines given on the platform, then it's all perfectly legitimate. So the main sources of income as an agent are deal commissions. So you earn a percentage from each client deal you close, even if it's your own deal or the deal of those of those people that you bring in. You earn a profit. You receive an additional share of the profits generated from those deals, and you get an agent bonus to achieve performance milestones, and you can earn e-tokens as a reward based on other tasks that you do, which are listed in the back office. You can have a look at the list of things you do that will earn you a number of ETK for spinning the wheel. So agents commission details. Okay, deal commissions. You have 8 levels. So you earn a commission. If you introduce somebody, you get a 6% commission on their deals. They introduce somebody, you get 2% on those deals. You probably had nothing to do with them. On the 3rd level down, you get 2% again. And not only didn't you do anything to help them, you probably don't even know who they are. All the way down to 8 levels, you get 1% on the 8th level. Okay, and then you get profit commission. So you don't get profit on all of those deals down to the 8th level, just the first 5. But that, of course, that's going to be a percentage of the ongoing portfolio as they accumulate. They're going to be making more and more and more profit every single day. Whereas with the deals, it's a one-off deal. With the profit commissions, that should be growing every single day on into the future. So you have 10 different levels, and let's see if I can make this all fit on one page. There we go. So you have turnover and bonuses. When you are on level 1, your turnover is $500. You get a bonus of 100 ETK. And when you're turning over, not only you but your whole team is turning over 3,000, you get 150 ETK plus $30. And all the way down to when you turn over $1 million, and a guy I know has just achieved that, I think today or yesterday, he gets a bonus of $10,000. So 10,000 ETK. That would keep his wife happy for hours sat in front of the spinning wheel. Okay, and $10,000 one-off commission. But as well as all of that, imagine all of the commissions that he's making from the sales and all the profits he's going to be making from those from those commissions, so those earnings on an ongoing basis. That's going to be pretty phenomenal. So I'm not going to go into the profit breakdown, the revenue share. I'm not going to go into that. It's a little bit complicated, and we are just running out of time a little bit. So the money wheel, fairly straightforward. You accumulate $100 of or 100 ETK, sorry, push the button, and you could win up to $1,000. Even if you only win $1 or $2 at a time, it's great to just see free money going into your e-wallet. I love it. I'm not a gambling man, but that is a nice thing to say. So your next steps, join eEstate now, start earning today, and you can literally join today, buy property in about 10 minutes time. After signing up, you'll receive an email detailing your next steps. All agents gain entry to the Association of Real Digital Realtors Network and the eEstate Agents community. Okay, so you can bounce ideas and ask questions and so on. You also get access to the knowledge base and webinars. And there's also links to different Telegram groups that you can join to share knowledge and gain other people's knowledge. And you also have 24/7 support from the company. So that's pretty much what we're doing in terms of being an agent. So I'm going to come back to the dashboard now and just show you this back office very quickly. You'll begin to see some of this that you're familiar with. You can see the different real estate here. This is business development, and if I click on the right arrow there, that's apartments in Miami. That's ordinary apartments, that's houses, that's villas, that's tourism, which is larger villas basically. And commerce buildings, you can see there, you can buy from $10,000 and you get 0.61 to 0.81% per day. Business property, you get 0.66 to 0.86 return per day. Land plots, 0.71 to 0.91% per day. And development, so it just goes on. Business development, you can receive up to 1% per day during the active phase on a business development. That's pretty awesome. You can see here your e-wallet balance, what you've done as an agent, what you've achieved so far. Rewards earned 13 out of 79, and the money wheel. There's a link to the knowledge base. There's different other links there, and this builds up a picture of your assets and what you've been doing so far. Under the menu, you've got 3 options under buyer. You can go to your e-wallet, your real estate, or my assets. That's the one that you go to mostly just to see what your property is doing. You can see what I've actually done is I've taken all my profit today and I've already put it into my e-wallet, but I will be getting some more profit later today. You can see that I've not received profit on some of my properties today. And here it tells me what I've earned on my apartments, MIA, my houses, and my villas. And that's all the property I've got so far. And down here, this is interesting because you get one of these entries for every single asset that you've got. You can see the payouts, your profit history for every single property. You can see on the Binance Smart Chain that what's happening with that contract, and you can also see the contract that you have with that property, the one that you signed when you bought it. So all of this information is available. What I suggest you do is every time you buy a property, download this and keep it somewhere safe, because it's a legal document. It's proof of your ownership of that part of the property. Okay, so buyer, let's go to agent. You can see there's an agent's panel. There's a list of my clients, and you get your own personalized landing page as well. You can update your landing page with your picture, with your text that you want people to see, subtitle and so on. And you can put on a custom real estate offer if you want to for your people. Now, when you send this link to people, then they will so I'm not going to go into where the link is, but when you send the link to people, they will go to your landing page. They can look at so much information about eEstate and who you are and what you do. And when they click on any of the links to register, they register in your business. Under rewards here, you've got achievements and you've got money wheel. So we'll quickly look at the money wheel. Unknown application error. I don't care. Okay. I think I might have signed out. Okay, I'm going to give up on that. I think something's gone wrong with the internet. Not absolutely certain, but I'm going to call it a day there. Hopefully, you got a good understanding of what e-estate is, how easy it is to get involved as a buyer and as an agent. Why it, in my opinion, why it's so much better than the traditional way of owning real estate. Far less headaches. To be honest, that's the thing that sucks all the fun out of being a property owner: are the headaches, the regulations, having to deal with the tenants and all of their problems, having to deal with the finance. It just goes on and on and on. And really, honestly, truly, it stopped being fun in the UK. It stopped being fun in about 2012. Until then, it was it was good fun. So I would recommend it to you if you're interested in real estate because you're already involved in real estate. Look at this seriously. It's a lot bigger and better than I've given it credit for today. So look into it seriously. And if you are just looking at this thinking, I've heard you can make good money in real estate, keep looking at it. Get back to the person who invited you, because you're absolutely right. You can make great money in real estate and in tokenized real estate. This is the future of real estate. This is what everybody's going to be doing going forward, because it just makes so much sense. So that's it for me. I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to stop the recording. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording there. I'm going to say thank you for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you got everything out of it that you wanted to. God bless, and I'll see you again next Wednesday, 8 o'clock UK time, 8 p.m. UK time. God bless. See you all then. Bye now.